So, David, how did you get into this business?
Into this business? Well, I was delusional enough in high school to think I could play collegiate level golf, and realized real quickly that wasn't reality. So, was able to combine my love of the game of golf with science, and went into agronomy and turfgrass science at Penn State many years ago.
So was that, I mean, did you go into that with the intent of getting into golf agronomy? Were you just looking maybe to be a groundskeeper of any sort, or how did that work?
I went to Penn State. That was always kind of a given for me, and then selected the agronomy program once I realized what I could do with it, being a golf course superintendent or working for a golf club. So from the moment I entered into the agronomy program, I was pretty set on being in golf, one form or the other.
So tell us what's that track like? What are you learning in college that allows you to get into this industry and be able to start to be the type of person that redoes golf courses around the country?
Well, every program is a little bit different, but the program that I went through was the 4-year Bachelor of Science program. You learn about plant physiology, entomology, soil structure. You go through everything, and even the first 2 semesters of the program, you're in all the general education courses. So I was roommates with chemical engineers, and we were all in the same classes for the first year, and then that second year forward, you begin to take all of your turf science courses, again, soil chemistry, soil physics courses, and you just learn the basic kind of old school agronomy, which doesn't prepare you for doing any of this kind of work or dealing with, crews or peoples or memberships in general. So you learn the science, and then out here, on the job, you begin to learn to manage, people.
What was your first then job on the road to where you are now?
My first job in golf was a groundskeeper with Huntsville Golf Club in Pennsylvania, and I ended up moving from Pennsylvania to Arizona due to a very late, persistent winter my senior year of college, and I was a second assistant spray technician at Troon North. That was my first post graduate job, and here I am 25-ish years later, still in Arizona.
Okay, so then what was the plan when they called you and said, we want to redo this everything here out at Starr Pass? What did they tell you, and then how did you coordinate with them about how that was all going to take place?
Yeah, it was a fluid kind of deal. It was exciting to learn that, after a long period of time, that Starr Pass was going to be under new ownership. I had already worked in Tucson for a number of years, so was very familiar with Starr Pass. Knew it was a very good property, but after years of kind of some other sales and some sluggish economy out this way, it skipped a generation of renovations. So when Southwest Value Partners purchased it, I was immediately excited, and we began taking a look at prioritization of what we could do, how it would impact play, kind of the different phases, and then that led us to a kind of a multi-year strategy where 2 years ago we did all of the bunkers, bridges, cart paths, some desert restoration work, and then this year we finished off the rest of the greens, and it was really exciting and rewarding to see it all wrap up. And now after this overseed, it's great to see the finished product coming together. Now, still more work to do, but here we are, at least at this phase now.
Now, do you style the bunkers? Do you say, I want this bunker in this position, I want it to play like this? Is that kind of your role?
Sort of. I mean, a lot of the architectural design of the course stayed the same. We didn't really want to mess too much with that. A lot of what we did do was some of the bunkering was superfluous. When this course was built, the original 20 some years ago, labor was significantly less. There was usually more folks on crews. Things like sand was cheaper. And then on the newer set, the last course that was built, there was almost as many square feet of bunkers on that 9 holes than were on the original 18 combined. So what we ended up doing was just going in and taking bunkers that really didn't add much to the quality of the experience for the player or the golf shot, and we reduced those in size or removed several of those. And the bulk of the bunkers, we just left the same, cleaned them out, got crisp, clean edges, and just re-bowled them out. So again, architecturally left a lot of those alone.
One of the things I've always loved about this course is just the beautiful fairways. What did you guys do to enhance that?
We actually didn't do much on the fairways themselves. We adjusted some irrigation here and there. We got new irrigation software, kind of the latest and the greatest. that summer we looked at fertility. We did a lot of increased aerification during the closures. It's a great time to do it. There's no one out playing. There's no one who would be affected by it. And increased fertility a little bit, and overall redefined our overseed strategy. So now we have an enhanced overseed. Bermuda grass conditions are improved. They were good before on the fairways, but they're even better now. So fairways kind of came together organically for us. There wasn't that much that needed to be done from a pointed perspective.
And a lot of people want to know about the greens. What's
The biggest piece, yeah. So the greens, originally they were bent grass, and bent grass is a fantastic putting surface, but growing bent grass in the desert comes with a lot of risk. And this facility uses reclaimed or effluent water, which has some salts in it and some bicarbonates and things like that. So it makes managing bent grass even more difficult than if you had potable water. And the risk of managing bent grass year in and year out became to the point where I felt like we were never really creating or producing as good of a condition as we wanted to year round. So while bent grass is great, the newer versions and the newer varieties of ultra dwarf Bermuda grass are just as good. So we switched, removed the bent grass, and put in Tiff Eagle or ultra dwarf Bermuda grass. And then we do overseed those, so we're not giving anything up to winter play, but now we've enabled ourselves to produce very good conditions every single month of the year, as opposed to just good conditions in the winter and kind of hanging on in the summer.
And have you played it yet?
I have not played it yet. I've hit a couple putts here and there during some growing, but I have not fully played the golf course yet.
Okay. What did you shoot the last time you played here?
I've never actually played a full
Never
round
played here.
A couple holes here and there. You don't want to know what I would shoot, but I would like to. There's some really good golf holes out here, some great views, and some good shot making, challenging holes out here.
David, thank you.
Thank you.